Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, and today we're going to talk about China's Bitcoin FUD, dude. So let's
Yeah,
hash this out, dude. All right.
yeah. Let's.
So what's happening right now? Everybody seems to be talking about China FUD, and we've been around the block a couple of times, and every year there's China FUD. Every single year, something's always going on with China. There's like this pending ban, and it's happening again. And right now, the ban consists of banks not being allowed to transact with any business that's dealing with cryptocurrencies or any sort of activities related to crypto. And yeah, that's likely the cause of this ugly dip that we're seeing, this 10% dip, and Bitcoin's near $30,000. So what do you think, man? Is this like the standard FUD that we're accustomed to, or is this like a legit ban?
Uh, it definitely feels reminiscent of typical Chinese FUD that comes out for whatever reason. I don't know if like you said, every year China makes these threats,
Yeah.
but we seem to not notice them in a bear market, I guess. But in a bull market, we definitely pay attention for whatever reason. But in this case, yeah, I mean, the market definitely responded to it negatively, but nothing soul crushing. You know what I mean? In 2017, usually these were catalysts for like sell offs,
Yeah.
but I think the Bitcoin in the market overall is already so oversold at this point. Like, you would gut instinct. I don't know. Maybe there's also a little bit of like a diminishing returns effect too, in the sense that China's done this so many times now. Like, it just doesn't
Yeah.
have as much impact as it used to have. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It's like
But
the
regardless, I mean, I don't know. It's just right now everyone's speculating, right? Like, is this the end of crypto? You know, I think that's the real question that needs to be solved here, right? Like, is Bitcoin or is China just country number one? Is the United States next? You know
yeah.
is is crypto destined to be like this dark web artifact in the future, like only hackers use?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, like what's happening here, right?
Well, let's take a look at the chart. I mean, if you see what happened, it reached 64 grand, and then it dipped all the way down to exactly $30,000, and then it recovered. It hasn't reached that low yet, and so it's been testing $31,000 here and there for the last week or two, but we haven't really seen any like real breaches here. So this could be just another accumulation phase until it breaks the $41,000 barrier and then the ultimate $64,000 barrier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this doesn't look all that bad to me. But I'm just an armchair quarterback like everybody else. So
Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, this is what we were looking for, right? I think this is another accumulation phase, actually, because it's very reminiscent to what we saw like back in 2019, right? Like, this looks eerily similar. This little bottoming out pattern. You trying to find it?
yeah.
You'll see it. It's back in the
Oh,
days.
here, this is it.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like we're doing something along these lines.
Okay. So I mean, it doesn't look that ugly. Not yet, at least. If it goes below 30,000, then yeah, that looks really ugly.
Then what, dude? Is it all over?
No, definitely not, dude. I'm
Are you sure? Does
moon
everything
boy.
stay within your models that you're honed in
Oh,
on? Like,
absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
okay,
I think as long as it stays within those models, I'll admit I'll start panicking, like legit panicking, if it breaks those models.
okay.
If it does break those models, then I'm sounding the alarms, and
Well, then by then it's like,
it's already too late. Yeah,
what alarm is left to be sounded, dude? It's
yeah,
over.
yeah.
You know,
Then
and that's the problem. That's what's adding on to this fear that everybody's feeling. Right? Nobody knows, are the models actually gonna maintain?
But you know what? Your boy Michael Saylor just purchased another 13,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah. See, well, what I'm voicing right now is like that typical.
This is today.
I'm voicing the thoughts of like a typical like FUD, I guess, like response. So this is gonna happen throughout like your whole crypto career, right? You just got to get used to it and accustomed to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like recognize throughout all the history of crypto and I guess like finance in general, whenever like sentiment is super low, like it is right now, that's usually like the best opportunities like to
Mm-hmm.
buy,
Hell yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Buy the fear, dude.
yeah, I think it's been oversaid at this point, but yeah, that whole cost averaging strategy is pretty powerful, right? In times like these.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Uh, but yeah, definitely overstated. Like everybody's should be widely aware of that, but it's the thing to do. Like you just don't panic, don't even pay attention really. But as soon as you get opportunities to buy, like right now, just slowly keep trickling into the market.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Michael Saylor is going to be, we're going to look back at today and he's going to be like this super genius for buying 13,000 Bitcoin today. Because think about it.
Yeah.
Actually, let me just show you this. So let's go look at this chart, this famous moon math. And
so by super genius, why do you say that? Just because he's accumulating every chance he gets?
Yeah, because think about this. If we assume that this comes to fruition, right? These dots here, by the way, are predictions by Plan B, right? 100 trillion USD.
Mm-hmm.
So these dots are not real dots, right? These are the predicted dots, right? We're down here somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So and so this is the stock to flow model, right? There's another one called stock to flow X or cross model or cross asset model. And this white line that you see here is actually a little bit above that at roughly $300,000, right? But nonetheless, if this ends up being true, when Bitcoin crashes from its all-time high at 300 Gs, it's going to crash somewhere around $30,000 to $40,000, the same price that Michael Saylor is buying at right now.
Mm.
So he could choose to hodl all the way through. Like he's going to see 10x gains, 20x gains potentially, and he doesn't have to really sell because once it crashes, it's going to go back to its buying price, and then he can just wait this out again until Bitcoin hits $1 million.
Mm.
And so yeah, that's why I think everybody's going to look back at this day and realize that this guy was playing the game correctly.
Yeah, it's hilarious how inescapable like this psychological
feeling, right?
Problem. Yeah, this problem of like emotion is. It's like we've been covering Bitcoin for the last 3-4 years now, and like nothing is happening like that's out of like expectation.
Yeah.
But it still feels like total despair and like doom is coming, like the world is about to end at any minute now,
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about it. It's just
it is crazy. When we started this podcast, we were looking at a 10x reduction of this price, right? $3,000. And now you're feeling despair at 10x the price of when we started.
Yeah, literally.
Like that's
and
crazy.
Even if it kept dipping and it got down to like the 20,000 range, like that's still last cycle's previous all-time high.
That's right.
Like
yeah.
But yeah, if it got down to 20,000, that would be some real despair.
Right? Yeah, it would be. But so as they say, when in doubt, like zoom out. And I mean, we're really focusing on like the nitty gritty of Bitcoin. Like that despair is just so narrow in like the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I guess the reason why it has like such impact on like emotion too is just because it has so much dominance over the market still, like just the broader market. It's like everything just kind of ceases to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everything's still going on. Like there's still IDOs pumping out. Polkadot's still doing their auctions, right? It's not like they're gonna hold on, guys. No more auction until Bitcoin looks bullish again, right?
Yeah.
Everything's still happening, but it's just like nothing feels exciting like whenever the weight of Bitcoin's like downtrend is on top of the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a problem or not. It's just that's the nature of crypto, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think it's
the
cryptocurrency as a wide is still coupled like Bitcoin is still coupled to all the altcoins? Is that an indicator that we're still like super early, or do you think even 10, 15, 50 years from now we're still going to see a coupling with Bitcoin at that point, or is there going to be a decoupling moment?
Yeah, I'm really hoping there is a decoupling. I'm hoping Ethereum at some point. I don't know. I mean, the EIP 1559
Mm-hmm.
proposal is about to be enacted here within the next few weeks, most likely. It goes into testing next week. So I'm hoping by some miracle, this is like, I don't know, a catalyst event where we're just going to see Ethereum just boom and Bitcoin not, like
Hmm.
it would be interesting, man. And I think, yeah, that would be great to see a decoupling moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I struggle to see that just because it hasn't happened before.
Yeah, and let's go back to kind of the original premise of this video. China influencing the Bitcoin markets. If there's a lot of new people in crypto right now, and anytime they see a huge country like China like start quote unquote banning Bitcoin and all this stuff, it's scary. It's like, oh shit, am I in this like, am I involved in this like fake token? It's like a scam token, right?
Yeah.
And so I get it, right? That it makes sense why there is actual fear right now because there's so many new players, right? So many new people in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said before, we've seen this time and time again. And in the case of China banning Bitcoin and crypto mining, it goes back to my original premise on like the whole idea of countries adopting cryptocurrencies, because now we see El Salvador adopting Bitcoin and we see Iran also doing the same. It goes back to the whole idea of if you're a country that's not in a good financial position, you're more readily easily to adopt cryptocurrencies rather than the United States or China. But the problem with the United States or China potentially trying to ban cryptocurrencies is that they're going to get left behind so fast that it's so easy to see that outcome that I think the people within that country, well, except for China because they are actually trying to ban it. But in the case of the United States, I feel like they're going to be able to see the future if they try to stop cryptocurrencies in any degree.
Yeah, I think the only metric that kind of like supports that argument is the fact that I think current like Bitcoin holdings is only like isn't it only like 1% of the global population or something like that?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Like 1% owns like a Bitcoin address. So even if China, the global superpowers decide to just, not participate in the ecosystem, there's still like several percentages left over of like the global population who could still participate, right?
Yeah.
If Bitcoin's sitting at $1 trillion market cap with only 1% participation, that means we really only need 10% of the planet to like adopt this thing to get to Bitcoin to be $1 million, token like everybody's projecting, right?
That's true.
Yeah. That could definitely happen without the United States or China's involvement.
That's true.
Now, what that means as far as like what these two competitive like monetary, ecosystems looks like, that's a much tougher debate, because you can have like the poorer countries participate as much as you want, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee that's gonna elevate their like geopolitical advantages. You know what I mean?
That's true. It will.
There's a lot more factors that go into it, besides what you deem as legal tender.
Yeah, that's true.
There's military strength.
That's
there's
right.
Resources within your own nation, stuff like this, right?
That's right. Yeah.
The education of your population. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's definitely still potential the United States could, join suit with China. I'm still predicting that.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the Bitcoin price right now at half of its all-time high at this moment, and had it continued, right, had it continued the rally, perhaps the United States would have pulled the plug like sooner rather than later, right? But I think now that it's halved, I think there's less of a pressure from the United States to like really do anything about this.
Yeah, that's kind of what my initial thoughts were too. I don't think the United States is really going to take these drastic measures until things balloon out of proportion. Like,
yeah,
if what Plan B's prediction model actually ends up happening, we're talking the crypto market as a whole being in the tens of trillions of dollars. That's too much. That's too much growth too quickly.
Yeah, you know what? I can see this scenario playing out where by the time Bitcoin's at 200K or whatever in the near term, the catalyst for the bear market could be the United States, like putting out some like, hey, Bitcoin's actually nefarious activity, like sentiments out there. All of a sudden, you see that 20% dip in a single day, and then the following weeks, it's just like straight sell-offs for an
Yeah.
entire year.
Yeah. You're gonna see like, oh, Coinbase has to like,
Yeah, have to
move
adjust,
operations to some offshore entity or something like
like
that.
Mexico. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously that would be huge news. That would be bear market catalyst type event. You know what
yes,
I mean?
yeah,
But it doesn't
100%.
necessarily always have to be a catalyst for like a bear market. It could just be like last time, right? It was just the market was over exuberant. We went too far with it.
Yeah,
20K was just like a natural top for whatever reason. I guess like the whales that were in control at the time just determined, okay, this is good enough. We've hit that upper band of all these models, right? Time to sell.
yeah,
That we don't really need a catalyst,
that's
but
true. Yeah,
there is going to be one. That's the one I'd be looking out for.
yeah,
It's definitely not going to be an Elon tweet. I mean, it
yeah,
could. I mean, maybe it will be. I don't know.
yeah,
But he's done the same thing China's done. Like he's diminished his impact already just because he talks too goddamn much.
yeah. That's
Same with
right.
China. They keep doing this, and I guarantee, like in a month or two, they're gonna reverse this decision. They're gonna talk about how they're supporting Bitcoin, and then we're gonna use that as bullish catalyst. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's back on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bull is back on. So this is just typical part of the course in a bull market. We've seen this before, and we're gonna continue to see it, I think.
Well, here's the reason why we're talking about this today is because there's 3 tons of Bitcoin mining rigs that are
Yeah, sure.
reportedly relocating from China to Maryland, U.S.
Yeah,
So I guess this particular miner is taking it seriously, these China bans. And he's quoted in here, if you read this article, links will be in the description, but he's quoted in here as like, we're pretty tired of like every single year, the impending China ban. So we're just moving to United States and Canada.
see, in this case, I don't. I mean, this feels
That's what
like
this looks like.
we're taking the FUD to the next level. By the government. I don't know what's the opposite of encouraging. Like
Discouraging?
encouraging mining activity to happen within their borders. Like
Yeah.
feels like a big deal, like a much bigger aggressive stance. Or I don't know if this is necessarily just an example of media, like
Yeah,
just
that's
taking
true.
this picture out of proportion. Dude, who the hell knows what's in those boxes, dude? They could be freaking carrots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on over there, dude.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That's true. There's another article here that says that China is kicking out more than half the world's Bitcoin miners, and a whole lot of them could be headed to Texas. Who would have thunk that Texas would be a favorable crypto state? I
I
mean,
know, dude. Definitely not me, dude.
yeah, not I either.
Yeah, full disclaimer, that's where we live. Good old Texas. Texas is usually not like the only thing we like in this state is like guns.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
guns and like I think that's about it.
yeah.
And pretty much everything else is outlawed, like, every other progressive ideal is not like Texas friendly. You know what I mean?
Right.
For whatever reason, it has to be like a financial, like the governor, Greg Abbott, must see like, dude, there's a lot of money to be made here,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of tax potential, I'm thinking,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean that's the incentive to encourage this new sort of industry is for the tax implications that it might bring to the state or the United States.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so yeah, I mean yeah, China's loss is everybody else's gain.
True. Yeah. And like you say, man, like you can ban it all you want, but
This shit is still gonna keep going.
it's just, yeah, the puzzle pieces are just shifting around a little bit. Like nothing really changes at the end of the day,
Yeah.
except for like whatever country, like the citizens within whatever nation that decides to ban these things.
Yeah.
Then your lives become a little more difficult, right?
Yeah.
Like imagine in our scenario, like the United States just decides to declare all crypto assets like illegal things. Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean for the rest of us, right?
So we're gonna be fugitives, dude.
Yeah, like what would we do with this podcast? Like by us talking about crypto, we'd be like encouraging criminal activity.
That's true.
So we likely wouldn't be able to do this unless you want to go full on renegade.
Yeah.
You're like screw it, dude.
Yeah, like McAfee, right?
Something. Yeah. See, I already have like a little. Just need to build this silver dome around me and
Yeah.
like make sure the government can't find out where I am.
Yeah, we need to get a boat and then like stream from the boat.
Yeah, and a VPN.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So yeah, like in the today's term, I'm not feeling peachy because that's just like my natural emotions kicking in.
Yeah.
But like the logical side that's deep in there somewhere still feels bullish overall, you know.
Yeah. I'm definitely still bullish. My boy Plan B's got it right. He's got it
Yeah.
right, dude.
Yeah, so I guess for y'all listening and watching, like the main takeaway is don't panic. This is all part of it. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on grinding from here, dude. It's not over yet.
Yep. And that's the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our talk about Bitcoin and China's ban. Let us know what you think in the description below. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner and also at MetaZone.io and also at Ethermon_NFT. And we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.